This is the Pacific Standard Job Heist Finale. So, you all get to the bank, and you all move in. You get paper bags with their masks in them, and then you're ready to roll. So, crowd control will be going on first. What you want to do is walk up behind the security guard, then aim your gun. This will make you hit them on the back of the head and knock them out. At this point, you want to just wave your gun around. And if your intimidation level starts to drop, start shooting around, start shooting the chandelier. So, demolitions is blowing the first gate. This can be failed. You can see that it's burning its way through the lock. And any second you'll be through the door. One of the crowd control then wants to go behind the counter. So there we go through. But I'll show you what happens if demolition fails. So if demolition fails their job, this is what happens. Door doesn't go open, and there's a little cutscene. Guy presses the alarm, and at this point you don't have to do any crowd control now. So the two crowd control guys don't have to do a thing. You just have to wait. But it changes your escape. So I'll show you what it is. So this is what happens if the alarm goes off. You'll see SWAT turns up. Normally it's just cops. If you mess up there, that means SWAT comes. It makes it that little bit harder. And there's quite a lot of them too. So back to the correct way to do it. We've got one guy here covering the back counter and upstairs towards where the guards spawn. And there'll be something like 4 to 6 guys, depending on how long it takes your dudes to get the loot. And you want one guy out in the main room shooting around, making sure that intimidation bar does not go down. Lots of screaming hostages, and of course don't shoot them. So we'll switch to what the actual hacker is seen at this point, and demolitions guy as they move down. So as they go down, they'll find 2 security guards that you want to take out. You then head to the control panel here and activate it. And this is a really easy hack, to be honest with you. Doesn't take long. So it's my computer, external device, and then it's brute force. I hit hack by mistake there. And then boom. Boom. So you just click A whenever those, or whatever your control is, for whenever those things come up, and you're good. And then we're in. The door opens. Demolitions then has to go through one more door. And once this has been burned through, it's go through and get the cash, then start packing it into your bag. And I quite like this bit actually, because it is kind of like real life, I guess. If you were stealing cash, you would have to do this for real. I don't know though. I'm gonna put my bag on the table and then use both hands to load it up. But it's probably an alright system. Probably quite efficient. So anyway, you get your money, you head upstairs, you now head out. So you can see we only have the cops on us, so that's preferably what you want. Now I've started to get better at doing this part, but I don't do a great job in this one. So you want to take out the cops as quick as you can. It's kind of hard to get a really good spot on this. You can see the guys using rocket launchers. It's a very good way to do it. You can see I've taken a lot of hits because this damn cop car no one was shooting at. There's a basically right behind me. So if I had been a bit smarter, I would have put some rounds into that. So you can see I'm just into the alleyway and I've already lost all armor and health. So I'm waiting to regen some health here. But you never want to be stopping too long because the cops will come in behind you very quickly. So you can see I'm moving. You can still see I'm just on a little bit of health. You can see I seem to be the only dude taking out anyone sometimes. There's no one covering our rear at all. So there's a few different paths you can take here. Just after the last dumpster you can take a right, move through the buildings and then down. And that works actually really well. You can see here I really need to stop and get some health regen. So I stop here, regen a little bit, but not enough. I probably should have stayed around a little bit longer. But anyway, I'm moving up. I'm thinking, right, I'm going to take cover right here and get some health back and then get killed. I should have taken cover at that little bit of wall there, just regened. Anyway, we're continuing on. So, it's all about getting your butt to the bikes now. And the placement of the cops and things can be a little bit different every time. So you can see there's 2 cops waiting for us at the actual bikes. Sometimes there's none. I don't know if it depends on how well you've done or what. So you can see these boxes, shoot them open, you'll find tons of armor. So we'll get armored up and then get on a bike. You can either go in pairs or by yourself. So at this point you want to go out here and then to the right. Now there's a few different ways you can escape here. On normal mode there's apparently a bunch of jet skis down at the helipad. You can grab and use them to get all the way to the dinghy. But I've played it on hard mode and they aren't there on hard mode. So I would just stick to their actual route. To me it seems pretty simple. You definitely can die, you definitely can mess up, but it's decent if you also manage to stay together as well. Like you can see right now, all of us are pretty close together. I think that always kind of feels quite good if you've got this close group of bikes. Then it seems to work quite well. So this is basically I would say the best route right now. There's definitely different ways you could do this. So you want to avoid obviously all the police and all the cars. You don't want to crash into anything. You want to use your boost whenever you're potentially going to get shot at. Anyone who gets shot at can, and the money bag guys can get shot at and lose money. So you can walk away with a lot less money than you thought you would. So all about just threat to Dido basically with these bikes. And sometimes it's a bit of luck, other times it's skill. And I like doing it first person. I like driving the bike first person, but other people like driving the bike third person. So it's really up to you. But you can see here it's quite easy to avoid these cars and everything. Now if different things happen in the heist, you can get SWAT vans turned up, you can get bigger blockades, you can definitely be ramped up the difficulty. I've seen people turn off here. Up ahead we've actually got the railway line. You can actually follow that railway line if you wanted to. That keeps you away from the cops for a while, but it's also not the perfect way to do it as well, because there's no real good way to then get down to the boat. But it's definitely potentially a doable way. So you can see we're still sticking really close together, which is perfect. Really nice. If one guy starts lagging behind, it can be a bit bad for him, because you're basically spawning all the cops in front of him, so it can be pretty bad for him. But you can see this is going smooth. We're getting past all the cops, no one's falling off their bikes, and it's going really well. And there's something really satisfying about doing it the correct way and it actually working. And you got this very tight corner here. I think my teammate took it really well. They were kind of going out and then in. Again, our group is still nice and close together, which is really nice. Another thing about being close together is when you get to the boat, you all get there at the same time rather than having to wait for someone. So we're almost at our destination here, and this basically just keeps initiating the next phase of it. This bit is hard because you can easily ruin yourself here. And you can see my actual teammate there turned off the wrong direction. You actually go up here. So now our group is starting to get a bit spaced out. And this is difficult because you can easily crash, easily go flying off. One time I ended up in a little crevice, I think it may even be just to the right there, and I couldn't get the bike out. It was upside down, totally stuck. It was like wedged in. So anyway, we're making our way up here. And like I say, this is all pretty hard to do, but also relatively easy. There's not much cops. It's all about basically just stay on the road. You can see that one guy is lagging behind us now because he took a wrong turn in. But he's not that far behind. We're still relatively grouped up, which is nice. And now at this point you're getting close to the jump. So you're going to want to use your cares to give yourself as much speed as possible. And then right here is probably where to use the cares on the bridge, and then woof, right off. Jump off and then immediately hit the parachute. I leave it a little bit too late, and it means I'm a bit low. And the best bet is then probably to follow the river line. I'll give you the longest air time. Like if you do have the height, you can go straight to the boat, but I'd prefer doing it by the river because you're just a little bit more low land to fly across until you run out of height. So you can see because I didn't exactly parachute early enough, I'm actually probably going to come in way too low here. But I'm still not that far behind. And you can see there's no cops on us right now. And there we go. So if everyone does the jump successfully, you never have actually any cops on you. So at this point you don't have to be like in a real hurry to get to the boat because there's no cops. So nothing can kill you here, apart from your own stupidity. And then just keep heading towards the boat. And you're home free. And like I say, you can come different directions. You can come, you basically come here any way you want. As long as you get to the boat, you're fine. And there we go. Thank you very much for watching.
Oh yeah! Oh yeah! Oh, my friends! We did it! Well, you did it. Woo! I know I didn't do that much, but you. You know, I thought you were just a bunch of creepy and quiet weirdos. Turns out you're a bunch of creepy, quiet weirdos with talent. You rob and you steal and destroy like geniuses. Oh, I love it. I love it. Here, let me wire you your money. You know, I will never forget the good times. You know, all the laughs we had. You know, you're like family. The picnic, you know, the hike in the woods, and all the selfies, and oh, and the time we went rollerblading, and we watched the sunset, and we stayed up all night talking and sharing our innermost fears, and then what was that? That wasn't you? Even the skinny dipping and the... Oh. Oh. What are you saying? Oh. The drugs. Oh, man, the drugs. I am a heavily medicated man. I'm not well at all. I'm a little embarrassed. Okay, the money. Here. And here. And here. And here. Okay, you better take off and take care. Okay. Bye-bye.